Hi, my name is Ev. Welcome to Buddy is in Charge. And today we are at Russborough. So this is the map of the house and the park. And we've actually parked in here. And we're going to go up. We're going to have a look at the hippodrome. And then we're going to go up the woodland walk. We're going to come off that. And we're going to go up the very top into the parkland walk. Down here. All the way down. Back down towards the house again, which we're actually here, we're obviously here. Okay, Milltown tomb we possibly won't get to. That is where the 6th Earl of Milltown is buried. And then later on we'll go down this way. Or maybe we'll go in the opposite direction. Down to the lake, down beside the main road. And then back over to the Ladies' Island and the ferry trail for our little ones. Back up beside the Wool Garden, which is now under the care of the Royal Horticultural Society of Ireland. And then back to the car park. So that's the aim for today. All in all, 4.5 kilometres. So this is the hippodrome, and it was built in the 18th century, and it was to exercise horses. It's now used as a place for seating for cafes during the summer months. There's also a lovely little playground to the back of the house, and there's also a maze. To the rear of Russborough House there were 6 terraces leading up the hill. One of those terraces has now been taken over by a rugby pitch, and there used to be a pond up there, but we will see that shortly. You can't go far in the Wicklow Mountains without seeing some sheep. There's a nice flock. So Buddy today has got his little jacket on him because it is quite wet. This trail we're on at the moment is one of the woodland trails that we have here. The total amount of trails is 4.5 kilometres, just under 3 miles. And they're very varied. This one here, as I say, is woodland. You can see across to the terraces that are left over from when the gardens were set out. Here you can really see the remnants of the terraces. An old kissing gate. The house was built by the 1st Earl of Milltown, and his name was Leeson. There have been 3 families who've lived in Russborough. They were the Leeson Milltowns, the Dailies, and most recently Sir Alfred and Lady Beit. When the estate was being planned by Richard Castles, he built the house, but then also in the 1740s, 21,000 trees were planted. And some of these could very well be one of those 21,000. We're now at the very top of what's left of the estate. There's now 200 acres, which is managed under the Alfred Beit Foundation, which is a charitable trust, and it's to ensure that the estate and the house remain as close to the original as possible for future generations. So we're going to go through this kissing gate now, and we're going this way. There's a nice little path going through all the trees that have been planted over more recent years. Isn't this tree incredible? The woodland walk turns now into the Parkland Loop walk, and the first thing that we find are sheep pens. So our next part of the walk is going down through the pasture. Hopefully you can see the Wicklow mountains appearing and disappearing underneath the clouds. A very typical autumn day in Ireland. It's wet and it's windy. Just in front of us here there are two little anomalies in the field. One is a lime kiln and the other one is an ice house. So ice houses were where people have preserved food, and the lime kiln was used basically to create quicklime, where they heated up the limestone rock, and this was to improve pasture land. It was to create what's called whitewash, hence all the white cottages in the area. And yes, so it had other uses as well, like mortar. So those are the two little anomalies. So also here's the National Bird of Prey Centre. We've just seen a beautiful bird come out with a young lady, but she's with young people, so we couldn't take photographs. Of Russborough House. We can see some lovely old cars here as well, so we'll have a look at them. Quite cool, really. I think I could wake up every morning to that view. Taking advantage of the hippodrome while it's raining, we're having our picnic here. And that's the roof of the hippodrome. As we finished our picnic, it began to clear up a little bit. So ahead of you is a body of water, and that's the Reservoir, also known as the Blessington Lakes. So this is the beginning of the walled garden. So here we are on the inside of the walled garden. See some crab apples. And this would have meant that the house itself and the estate were self-sufficient as best as they could. And they had a number of quite exotic plants here, even though we are up in the Wicklow Mountains. They managed to create this fantastic little microclimate. So this part of the walled garden is under reconstruction still, and it is hoped that they will be able to recreate what used to be here. At the moment it is under lawn and some hedges, but what they've done so far is been a remarkable feat. So there are parts of the walk here which are classified as a fairy tree walk. Well, the wind today is quite breezy. This is the Japanese bridge onto Ladies Island. Now this is a replica of the one that Alfred Beit had put in when he first bought the house in the 1950s. So hopefully Buddy will, well, he actually matches, he colour coordinates with the bridge today. So over we go. And for those of you who don't believe in leprechauns and fairies, here's the doorway. So this is looking up towards the house itself. As you can see, the sun now has come out. The rain clouds have gone away for the moment, and we've taken Buddy's little red jacket off. So now you can see the Lakes, or Blessington Lakes, whichever way you want to call them, just ahead of you there across the other side of the road. There are great skies at this part of the world. And that weather is on its way. We're nearly back to the house again, so this is where we will say goodbye. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.